What are three things, Jill, that physicians tell themselves, three lies that physicians tell themselves about time?
So when I'm working with a very, very busy, overwhelmed physician, often not by their own choice, right? There's just such pressure to see so many patients per day,
Mm.
regardless of what the discipline is. There's just so much pressure to see more patients per day. And then, not to mention, then you've got EMRs, notes, pressure to publish, all the other things, depending on if you're in an academic or another setting, that go on top of that. And so often, physicians come to me and say, I am so overwhelmed and there is way too much to do and not enough time to do it. And so the first thing that I'll say is, okay, well, let's look at your schedule and let's map out a plan to figure out how we can get to the stuff that matters to you and that we can prioritize first. And the first thing, this is lie number one, I hear over and over and over again is, oh, I don't have time to do any planning ahead of time. I just need to get stuff done. I don't have time to plan what I'm going to do or when I'm going to do it. I just have to get stuff done. And this was true with a client of mine, I'll call Mary, not too long ago. We had this exact same conversation. And luckily, this isn't my first rodeo. So I was like, yep, I know there's never enough time to plan. And so I said, for just 3 weeks, I want you to put 10 minutes on your calendar where you look for the next week at what is most meaningful for you to get done. And in the space available, we'll put together a list. We'll use the more detailed technique I use for mapping out a week to get done what matters. And she was like, okay, I'll do it just to prove you wrong. It's like, great. And that 10 minutes of mapping out priorities and really thinking, instead of just being in hair on fire mode of just like, whatever's in front of me, I just got to get this stuff done, or the biggest looming deadline, or the other way of prioritizing without intention, and switching that around a little bit really made a big difference and some big progress. So can you, as a physician, identify with that lie? I don't even have enough time to map out my week.
Like, I have time to make time to map out my week. I absolutely can relate. I mean, it's the workload and the responsibility at work, and at the same time, it's what goes on at home too.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're adding all of this stuff and just trying to get through the day. I mean, that was the situation where I was just, okay, let me just get through my day. If I can get through my day, then it was a good day. And if I can get up the next morning to do it again, then hey, that's just life. And, so it really was about switching that mindset to say, you know what, that's not life. And I can approach it a different way. So I think having that map of the week sets a very clear, a direction, which is really, really important. And feeling like you're back in the driver's seat, like you're back in control of something.